All right, so we're going to be addressing the Ashleigh situation.
Hey guys,
welcome back to episode 6 of the Modern Hippies pod.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're thrilled to have you here today.
Yes, we are thrilled because it's only 3 of us.
Knee slapper. We fired everybody.
I'll be here all night. I'm just kidding.
We have some allegations to talk about.
Yeah, so as you have noticed, there's only 3 of us. We started off with 6.
We split that in less than 6
Okay,
episodes.
we're not going to use that. This is going to be cut out.
No, I think it'll be funny.
You think?
Yeah.
No, but
Okay.
seriously,
It's not
we're
serious.
here to talk about some allegations. Firstly, Lex, she is not feeling well. She's pregnant and, just not feeling herself. So she's not here. And she took a mental health day.
A mental health day, a sick day. Like, it's just...
We advocate for mental health.
She's growing a human inside her. Like, hello.
Here, Modern Hippies, we advocate for mental health. So she took the day off. We love that for her.
Absolutely.
We're all gonna
enjoy Lexia. This one's for you.
Yeah.
We're all going to need a day off at one point.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
So...
Hey, girl.
And then Luisa, she is busy. She is still in school. So... She has homework
she had to
do.
Some homework.
We're grown-ups, but she got homework to do. And
She's an intellectual.
Yeah, she's so smart.
Yeah.
So that's what she's doing. And I guess we should probably address the fact that in episode 1 there was 6 of us, and then it ended up being 5 for the rest of them.
Well, actually, we shouldn't talk about that right now. No.
Okay.
Maybe at the end of the video.
We'll save that for later.
Yeah. Dun. But yeah, since it's the 3 of us, we actually thought it'd be
Perfect time.
Yeah, interesting for us to give the people what they want. We've been getting a lot of questions.
A lot of you have been wondering and speculating about.
No, honestly, I got a phone call and someone was like, what's the drama behind this? What's going on? And I'm like, you're gonna have to wait for the video. So
And I
here
know
we are.
There's a
This
lot
is
of
it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are probably wondering what the hell happened.
Yeah.
And they want all the cheesemate, and we're here to give it to you. You don't need to be an insider anymore.
We're here to set the record straight. You heard it here.
Yep.
On the Modern Hippies pod. Exclusive.
Make sure you subscribe. We have that.
Oh, it's too far.
Yeah, we need a little
A little table.
a long hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, a little stick.
A little scratchy one, like a scratch back one, Back scratches.
Back scratcher. What is that from? Family Guy?
Back scratcher.
Anyways.
Okay, so
I was
where
sick.
to start?
Well, actually, no. Let's rewind it again. Sorry, guys. I know you guys want to hear the story, and we're going to tell you, and we're not stalling at all, but we just forgot to say that I was sick, and that's why our last video was late. But, like we said, there's going to be a video a week.
Yeah,
we don't know what day it's going to be, but it is going to be one video a week.
we fulfilled the promise.
Yeah.
We fulfilled the contract on our end, and you got to fulfill it on your end by liking, subscribing, and commenting, and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell us your favorite part about it. Tell us what part made you laugh the most.
And who's your favorite?
Gosh, siempre. It's me, I know. So we are going to be discussing what we know as BF,
AF,
before Frida.
and after Frida.
I'm in the hot seat
You
today.
are, yeah, you're
I'm
in the
hot
middle.
seat.
because-
And the reason why we're talking about this is because it is a big part of our current
friendship.
Our current friendship. It's like, as time goes by, I'm sure we'll still talk about it, but it's something big that happened in our friendship, and I think that's the reason why we're so close.
Yeah.
And it's worth talking about. And I think
And we just want to bring up old shit.
and we love stirring the pot.
Hell yeah.
We love it.
Well, because we might be referencing stuff.
Yeah,
so
we've already referenced it too.
We like to joke around about our trauma. So
we're like, oh, when we weren't friends, or like when she was gone, or BF, like they say, or AF. So
yeah,
I'm lucky enough to have my own time codes, or what is it, like time in history. It's, you know,
it's a great excuse to do things again, because before Frida, she wasn't there. So now we have to do everything again with Frida.
Exactly.
So
we're rewriting history.
Yeah.
I knew about you guys at that party that I met you guys at.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had seen you, kind of met you before that at your brother's birthday. It was like a random dinner.
Yeah, I don't think we talked at all.
We didn't. I just knew that you were Van's friend, like on the other side. And yeah, we talked about how I met Alma. But I think the time that our friendship started evolving was again at the EDC. Even before that, we were on a trip out to Minnesota, and I remember Van and I, that's when we were already hooking up. So I can't believe I'm saying that. And I remember you guys FaceTimed. We FaceTimed? You guys FaceTimed us?
I don't know.
We were in a van going somewhere with Van. And I got a FaceTime. I accidentally FaceTimed you guys. And you guys all answered.
I remember that.
I remember that.
Because you guys had added me to your group chat.
Yeah.
Remember?
You were recently added.
And I accidentally FaceTimed you guys because I was fucked up. And then me and Van were in the back of the car, and we were like this. And you guys are like, oh, there's something going on there. And I'm like, oh, shit. But I didn't know. And then
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then you admitted to it to us after.
Yeah, I did. Because I felt like comfortable telling you guys, because I was like, oh, I don't know.
And you were so shocked that we had answered the phone too.
I was, because it was like random, and I was like, well, I'm here, you know. And I was just the new person, so I was like not trying to be weird, but I mean, I was with Van, so I felt comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
And then then the EDC happened, and then I think that moment, like October 2020, since then we were like inseparable. Like I would see you guys at least once a week.
I wasn't employed. Remember?
You were?
Yeah, because I think like my DACA expired or something.
Oh, yeah.
And so I didn't have a job for a little bit. It was like 3 months actually, because it was like taking forever, and it was during the summer. So you guys were literally over all the time, and like Isaac worked, and I didn't have a baby back then. So
we used
you guys
to go
were
out
just
a lot back then too.
Yeah, I remember you guys would just come, and we'd be like at the pool like all day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then
after that, well, I mean, okay, so I that's the thing. I don't know where we're beginning with this story, but so another big milestone was like your wedding.
Oh yeah.
Your wedding was in March. And that's the thing. Like, am I talking about my relationship at this point with Van?
Yes. I'll
do like a brief backstory. Like I was in a long-term relationship for like 4 years. And that relationship had like officially ended, I would say like March 2020. And then I met Van May 2020. And we were just friends. And I had no communication with my ex during this time. And then I think like August 2020 is like when things started really happening with Van and I, like more than friends. I was not looking for a relationship. I had just gotten out of a really long one. So I was just trying to like mess around, and Van just happened to be the first suitor.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah. And,
winner.
We were just really good friends.
He called dibs.
It was a really like shitty point in my life, but he was so nice about it. Like I would just be like blacked out crying in the back of his car.
Van is a gentleman.
And he would just like listen, and he
Van the man.
He used me when I was weak. I'm just kidding. No.
He took advantage of you when you were vulnerable.
I was vulnerable. No, so yeah, we started, everything in August. And again, this whole time I was like I was very straight up about the fact that I did not want a relationship. I kind of was like talking to my ex again. And it was,
and only because it was it was comfortable.
You were with him for a long time.
It was easy to go back to.
And it was like one of those things where like he was showing way more interest because he had seen like the life that I'd been living. So he was just showing a lot more.
They always come back when you're moving on.
Yeah. So yeah, we were having brief conversations. Like I could tell Van liked me, but I was still very like, I was like, telling him like, I do not want a relationship. I don't see this, going anywhere.
What would he say? Was he
he's like, no, I respect that. And he didn't tell me that he liked me. He didn't like say that straight up to me, but you can just tell when a guy likes you. Like, of course, we were like messing around, and then he'd be like, here's some flowers and some like, ice cream, and like we would talk for hours.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when he was like talking to you, and I think you were there too. We were like having a conversation with him because we were like giving him advice, like don't fuck this up and stuff like that. And we were like, oh, have you said this, or like have you done this? And he was like, no, like I'm just playing it cool, like just being his friend.
Because he kept saying he doesn't want anything
super cool. Yeah, like super cool. But I could just tell, like he was very different from like any other guy. There was another point where we stopped talking. My ex and I stopped talking, and in like February is when things got serious between Van and I. After we had gone to a rave together, all of us, and I had like just randomly invited him to come to a family trip. Like we were gonna go to Rocky Point for my sister's birthday, and I was like, hey, do you think you want to come with me? Like at that point we were just like, I was just kind of letting it go the way that I knew that it was leading, and I just kind of wasn't stopping it. So I was just
going with the flow.
I was just going with it. And so he said yes.
You were letting Jesus take the wheel.
I literally was. And that was the best decision of my life, because that trip, like I got to see that he like actually got along with my family, like they liked him, and he wasn't like shy about it or anything. And then
love that.
Also, that's the trip he told me he loved me. He told me he loved me, and I was like, oh, and I told him I loved him back, because I did.
When I knew you guys were going on that trip, I'm like, it's about to be cute and romantic.
It was so romantic too, and it was also like around Valentine's Day, so it was really sweet. Yeah, we were kind of serious, still doing the same thing, still hanging out with our friends, still doing like what we were doing. But he would start coming to like my family gatherings and stuff, and at this point, like I was not talking to my ex at all. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend on May 15th while we were out with my family, and at that point we had already kind of started talking about moving in together.
Wait, we got really close too during this time?
Like this is when we were already, like this was after your wedding. I want to say it was like 20.
She was a witness at my wedding.
I was a witness at Z's wedding.
We got really close kind of like after our wedding, or after like I already had like my bridesmaids and all of that stuff picked out. So I wanted to make sure that you were included somehow. Yeah. Because, we couldn't like buy a dress and all that stuff anymore. But I was like, I still want her to be a part of it. So her name is on our wedding certificate.
I am in that.
Yeah.
And aside from like my relationship, my friendship with them, like we were again inseparable. We were doing so many, we had already gone on our first trip together to Dallas at this point.
Oh yeah, Dallas was
like
fun.
So fun.
We were spending oh my god, Dallas. Oh, never forget.
Dal girls.
Dude, I actually forget a lot about that trip.
Yeah, well,
it was a blast.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I guess going back to where we left off, it was May. Van and I were talking about moving in together because I had to leave my house at some point, like in the next year, and everything was going literally amazing. I remember distinctively one of my favorite places to go, Little O's. Van and I were talking about going to IKEA to buy like things for our future home. Okay,
that's the spot too.
And then insert train wreck here. I had a moment of weakness, and I texted my ex, and it was kind of like more like of a fuck you, like I'm so glad like you're not in my life. And I got a response. I was out drinking. I was fucked up when this happened. I was still like, I was like already like past that at that point. And yeah, like
you were sober already.
I was sober. I was like, what the I was like, obviously it was a mistake. Like it's not something that should have happened. But I let myself open the can of worms, like I said, and he got into my head. At that point I had spent like so much time with him that I just like I wanted him to be my future. Like I looked past all like this shit.
Like you didn't want to throw it all away. Like I didn't. You're like fuck. Like you didn't want to like feel like you had wasted that time.
Especially like if I felt like, oh, he's telling me he's ready. Like after like all these years of like being like, no, like this is not gonna work. But like every excuse under the
finally you're getting everything you wanted.
Oh my god, this is it. And it like in the span of like a month, like it turned into like, this is what I want with you. This is what like I'm willing to work for this, to like, I'm leaving in this many months, like you need to come with me, or like this is just not gonna happen type of situation. So yeah, I remember the day that I decided that I was gonna go with him. And it wasn't like anything that was super like cheerful or happy. It was just kind of like, okay, like I have to make this decision because
you already committed to it.
It's what I wanted, like in my head.
And also you needed to move out of your house.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was like, this is the time to do it. We had never talked about living together before this. We had never I had never thought about living with him before this, but it was just like, well, if I don't make this decision now, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah. Also, as her friends, we did not know this.
Yeah. I was important.
We did not know that this was going on.
We still thought her and Van were in love.
Yeah, I was hiding this all from my friends. I wasn't telling anybody. Obviously, I wasn't telling Van. But like the time had to come where I had to say something, and I kind of, and I will say that like Van was very aware about the fact that I was probably still dealing with like the repercussions of like breaking up with
the remnants,
of that relationship. Like obviously it was like we started, we got together really fast, but he was really aware of that, and he was like letting me communicate my feelings and process everything like I don't know, I thought it was very healthy, even though like it's kind of contradictory, but he was really helpful with that. So I brought it up to him, and
I can agree. He was very like letting you feel what you were feeling, and letting you decide whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah. And so I kind of just sprung it on that I was like, I need to do this because this is what I wanted, and this is like, I think it's the right decision. And then I remember that I told you guys, and you guys were shocked, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, so she had told us in a message that she was already like making this decision, and we knew how shitty of this guy was, and that he wasn't good for Frida, and we knew, on the contrary, how great Van is, and he's here with open arms and loves you, and and we're like, don't leave.
And
also,
you're
leaving
also selfish.
us.
We didn't want you to leave.
I remember too, like I when I had said in a previous episode, I was like, the only thing keeping me in Arizona, because I hated being here. There was a lot of things that I was unhappy about. Being in Arizona was one of them. I hated living here, and then after the point when I met you guys, I was like, the only thing keeping me here is my friends, because if it wasn't for you guys that I have these new beautiful friendships, I would probably just be gone. Like I don't like it here. Yeah. So yeah, I told you guys, and then I had broken up with Van, and that's like a whole thing on its own that I don't want to talk about. But yeah, I kind of just was like, all right, I'm leaving. And
she made the decision and didn't tell me. She told Alma and Van.
I was very worried about telling Z, and I just have to make a note that we've talked about this extensively, you and I, and all of us. We've talked about it, so it's going to be like, we're just going to say it like it is. So I was worried about telling Z because I was closer to Alma at that point. So I was like, well, it's just somebody that I see very regularly. But with Z, I remember when I met you, I told you that I was like, you were the coolest person ever. And like, I knew that you weren't going to like or support, obviously, the decision that I was making. So I was just like, better just leave that.
You ghosted me?
I literally ghosted her.
But I was pissed.
And so with Alma, like I was communicating with her, and like, Z tells it like it is. And she was basically telling me like, you're stupid and you're making a stupid decision. Like, and Alma surprisingly was a little bit more understanding.
I was just like, because I love her so much. I'm like, if this is what you want and this is what's gonna make you happy, then fine. But obviously I was just like, girl, you're dumb. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You were like a little bit nicer about your stupid part. And then, Van was obviously telling me the same thing. He's like, even if you don't stay with me, like, don't go, because it's not the right thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
he did the thing where he's like, if you love something so much, let it go. And
he did
that.
And you came back and just
well, yeah. So when we referred to, so there was a point where we were all friends, everything was good. That's not BF. Let's just be clear.
Oh yeah,
BF is the time that I'm gone.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I stopped talking to them, like, I think I want to say maybe like in June.
I don't know any of the timeline.
I do.
It's all blurred.
Yeah, because in May is when Van and I were talking about moving in together, and everything happened. By June, I was like, no contact with you guys. It
was traumatic for me, so I just went away from my memory. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
And I'm just bad with dates. So.
And I'm obviously the good one with dates and stuff, so that's why I remember obviously trauma too. I'm the victim here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I stopped talking to everybody, and I was really shocked, and I tell them this all the time, that like he didn't talk to me. He didn't try reaching out to me. He didn't, and he's like, well, you said you didn't want to be with me, and that's just that. And I'm like, okay, that's very mature of him.
And let me tell you, I pushed him to not talk to you.
I'm so glad.
I was like, she made her decision. Y si le sigues rogando, like, it doesn't do any good for you, man. Like, she said no to you, so now start healing, you know?
So obviously we're past this stuff, but to think about the fact that I did that to the person that I now want to spend the rest of my life with, and that I literally the love of my life, it's fucking hard. And it happens. It like hurts my soul.
But maybe you wouldn't have known if you didn't.
Yeah, until like
you had to see if the grass was green.
Yeah, and so back to the story. I left.
I do want to say that's funny story that I was saying earlier. I remember during the breakup, it was like Alma's birthday or something.
Yeah,
and she had planned the whole thing right before like our friendship breakup. Yeah, and then when it came, like she had all the details, so she had to
everything was attached to her email. So
I got a call that morning, and I remember I had just gotten back from San Francisco, because I had gone to San Francisco. I had come back to like get my final stuff, and then I remember that next day I got a call, and it was like, hey, like, are you guys gonna come? And I was like so depressed, like, oh my god, my friends are gonna be hanging.
I was like, oh my god, Frida texted me, and she's talking about the boat, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know, I don't even know what to say.
So my funny story, was at her boat party, and I remember one of the girls was there, and she was like single and cute and stuff like that, and I remember I was like, oh Van, like, what do you think of her, you know? And then he just looks at me and he's like, you know what I can get now. And I was oh my god, he needs to be brought down a notch.
Yeah, come on, he's down to earth now.
Yeah, but it was so funny.
Well, that's good though. At least he had that. It makes me glad to know that he at least like had that confidence, in him or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and he didn't want anybody else either.
Yeah. So yeah,
Van is a one girl kind of guy.
Yeah,
and
I'm that girl.
You're that girl.
He imprinted on you, and that was
I know. Oh, I love him.
Yeah. You guys are great together. Now this is before Frida.
Yeah. So I guess we could say like I stopped talking to you guys. I ended up leaving for a little bit. The timeline here, I'm gonna just be like
a blur.
No, this is the thing. I don't know if everybody knows about this timeline, but I was in San Francisco for 2 weeks to test out my new living situation. Long story short, I came back, and like one of the first things that I did was I texted Van, and I was like, I left some stuff at your car, like, can I get it back? But she texted him. Yeah, but I wasn't trying to be like,
we didn't know that you were back either.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like be like that. I was just like, I've never been so depressed and sad in my entire life. Like knowing that I made a mistake.
I'm just kidding.
Like this is the thing, knowing that you made a mistake and like feeling like you made your bed, now you have to lay in it. And it was like the worst thing I've ever had to deal with. And you
lost everything.
I lost everything. Like when people like say that, no, like, I literally lost everything. Like even my family.
You are nothing without us.
My family was looking at me sideways like, what are you doing? You know, because they knew Van already. Everything was like, what's happening?
Yeah. I think you just got scared, honestly. I think I've been there. Where things get too real and you just like,
you go to what's comfortable, to what you already know,
or you self-sabotage because you're like, I don't think I deserve this.
Yeah, it was, I don't know,
it was self-harm.
There was like there's a lot that needs to be analyzed, like how that decision was made. But I came back and I was like, this is the life that I want. And I texted Van and he responded, and and now I'm here.
Wait, and our text.
Okay, so I came back.
When was that?
And Van was he wasn't open arms because he was like, okay, like, well, why are you coming back, or are you just here for the time being? So that was the whole thing between us, like deciding if like I was gonna stay or go. But when I came back, I had texted Zahori.
No. Oh wait, yeah, you did.
I had texted Z because I didn't know how hurt you were until I came back.
Because like, you never talked to me.
Because I didn't ask. I didn't like care. Like I guess I just didn't care enough to like, and if I'm just being honest, I feel like there were so many other things that were just happening that I was just like, well, that's not what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
I texted Zahori. It was like this long paragraph talking about how I'm sorry and how I fucked up. And the response at this point, Van and I were already like working on mending things. And yeah, I
remember Z showing me this text.
This text, it was
iconic.
I wish we had it so bad, but like
if we ever find it,
we're gonna share that shit because
on our Patreon.
She ripped me the brand newest asshole you could ever think of. And I knew Zahori. So
I wish I knew what it said.
So at that point I was like, okay, you're right. Everything that she said,
which is AZ,
it was true.
She was like, you know what? If Van's dumb enough to get back with you, then you both deserve each other type shit. She was just like, don't talk to me. Like I'm
pretty sure I said like you're dead to me or something.
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. You were like, I literally put you in my fucking wedding and then you just leave and don't talk to me. And I was like, oh, literally, yes.
I honestly, not that I didn't care about Van, but I thought we could still be friends. Like, maybe not as close or whatever. Yeah. But the fact that you just like left without even saying anything, that really hurt me. And so I just had to hurt you back.
Yeah, and it hurt. And
but it was all true.
Yeah, it was. And I texted Van and he's like, I'm going to tell her something. And I was like, you better fucking not, because this is all valid, right?
And I know people are going to come and call me two-faced because they think they know what happened. No. And I'll be the first to say that I talk so much fucking shit about you to everybody. If anybody said anything bad about you, I would double it and give it to the next person because I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
So I
double it and pass it on.
So if you guys are like, blah, 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 she doesn't really like her, blah, blah. No, I was fucking hurt. My heart was broken. Yeah. And I was sad.
I mean, like, even just like
I just felt abandoned. I have abandonment issues, and that was like straight up abandoned.
No, it was literally so fucked up because I literally just went ghost.
Shooketh and flabbergasted for a while.
We spent all summer together, and then it was just like poof.
Yeah, like I was just gone.
Like it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I was like, there she goes.
Yeah, so then Z ripped me a new one, and then I just kind of was living my life with Van, very low key, because like nobody was happy that I was back. Ooh. Everybody started like finding out that I was back, and nobody was happy about that. But we had a great time together. We took so many fun trips.
Yeah, it's kind of nice because you're like your own little bubble.
We did so many things together. It was so beautiful. But when you get to have a relationship like the one that I did with these two girls, it's not easy to just forget about it. Because obviously at the time, like I was being a shitty friend. I wasn't thinking about their feelings. When I come back, obviously I didn't know what I had until it was gone.
Yeah.
And so as much as I like my love for Van, like everything was going so amazing. Like I was like, okay, this is what I want now. I was missing like a huge piece of me now.
Me and Alma had like moved on and made a whole life without you. And then,
this is all BF. Yes.
Yeah, this is all BF. And I remember like I just kind of started bringing you up here and there, like, oh, like I miss her, like blah, blah, blah. And Alma had like wanted nothing to do with it. She didn't even want to hear the F word. And
not the F word.
Not that. Okay, Z is exaggerating. I hope y'all know, but and it's not that I didn't want to know about Frida. It was just like,
let's move on.
It was so soon. I'm like, I don't know if she's gonna just end up leaving again. You know what I mean?
True.
I couldn't trust it until I was like, okay, I kind of got to see, like, wait it out and see if she's actually for real and actually is gonna treat Van.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
we stopped talking in, let's say, June, and then I had to come back. Me and Van were back by August, and then
and by this time we like had started batch. We had like some girls, like we would regularly like get together and stuff like that. And I knew like part of me like wanted you to reach out and be the one to like beg for my forgiveness. But after the fucking message I sent you, I was like, no, I would not blame her if she like was too scared to talk to me.
It looks like you're rubbing her knee because it's all black. I'm like, she's letting you touch her?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, and I should let me know too. At this point, Van and I had already moved in together. I got back, and then like a couple months later, we moved in together, and he was like trying to encourage me to like either reach out to you guys or to just like make new friends, because like he was encouraging both ways. We were like super happy and stuff, but again, I was like so fucking sad and depressed. I wouldn't do anything because I was just like, well, no, because I had these amazing friends and I fucking ruined everything, and I don't deserve to have like anything, you know.
And it was getting to the point where obviously we go to race and we wanted Van to go, and then I'm like, well, Van's going, Frida's gonna be there, and we didn't want the awkwardness, you know. And I felt like me and Z both knew eventually we were gonna be friends again. You know, it was just taking.
I didn't.
Dude, wait, no, we have to go back now that you said rave, because I remember Sullivan King. Remember we were all supposed to go together?
No, Excision. We went to Sullivan King together. That was like our first beautiful rave, and then we were supposed to go to Excision. That was like the next one that everybody was gonna go to.
And this was like some fucking reality TV shit, because I remember that at this point, me and Alma knew that you had made, or this is going back to before you moved. Me and Alma knew that you were planning on moving, but we hadn't heard it from you.
And Van had gotten my Excision ticket.
Yeah, and Van had gotten to. So literally, like we already knew, and literally days, like moving up to like Excision.
We're like, she's still not gonna say.
She's still texting us like, "Oh, what outfit should I wear?"
Yeah, and we knew she wasn't gonna go.
And I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" Like the audacity. So it was like some fucking.
I'm like, she's still gonna go.
Yeah. And then everything like blew up and
and I was about that. Van was like, "Yeah, no, you're not going." I was like, "Okay, I'm not going."
Yeah.
And at this point, I had also already bought an EDC ticket. So, and that was for EDC that was supposed to happen. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's way
we're
later.
Going to EDC.
That's way later. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we
got back to. Oh, so I reached out to you because I was like, I'm the only one that like I knew I had to reach out to you.
Oh, and I was gonna say like I didn't reach out because of that. Yeah, because of that message, and I was like, you know, like I'm just gonna like let time pass and leave it alone. Like I'll work on my relationship with Van, and then like eventually we can like see if things work between us. But yeah, she reached out.
Yeah, and so I texted you and I was like, hey, let's have dinner, like blah blah blah. And I remember I was so fucking nervous.
Yeah, I remember you telling me, and I'm like,
so
I mean, fuck
weird.
it, see what the vibe is, you know.
And I remember telling Alma, she was just like, whatever, like, you know, blah, blah,
let me know how it goes.
Yeah,
and he was like, do you want to come?
Yeah,
or, you know, and
I was like, nope.
You go first.
One.
I was like, you go first, feel her out, and then come tell me the feedback,
dude. And I remember I was like, having her like give me a pep talk and how I was gonna like give you a piece of my mind and stuff like that. Dude, we fucking sat down and we just like
it was back to
it was like nothing ever happened.
We went to Hula's and we just like had dinner, like literally just had dinner.
Izzy had a mic. I was listening the whole time.
I was wearing a wire.
Yeah. And then what happened after that?
After that, then we just kind of
you got pregnant and then
no, we didn't hang out though.
You and I would talk.
We didn't have sex yet. I'm just kidding.
You and I didn't really talk, but we would here and there. And then your birthday came up.
Oh yeah.
And then I asked you if you wanted to hang out. You, me, Van, and Isaac hung out.
Oh yeah.
And then
we only hung out like twice.
Yeah, and then Ella's dream.
But we were talking. We were like texting.
You and I were texting, and then you kept telling me like Alma's just not ready. Like, you know, whatever.
I would tell you, I'm like, I'm working on her. Like, I think I'm wearing her down.
Yeah.
Like, I would bring you up.
Yeah. And every time when I knew she was poking at me,
I was poking the bear.
like, Z, I'll be ready and talk to her when I want to,
so we can all just hang out because. It was like I couldn't hang out,
but with
everybody
this time,
at the same time.
I don't think I've seen you in person.
No,
right?
You hadn't.
So then at Ella's dream,
that's the first time I saw you in person, and it had been already, let's say, not a year yet, but it had probably been like 9 months.
Yeah, close to
because Ella's dream was like in March or February.
It was March, yeah.
And so that was the first time. And I was like, did Z tell them I was coming? Like,
we knew.
It was so awkward.
Oh, I had to ask for approval.
I was so nervous and so anxious, like on the ride there.
We figured, I'm like, we're all coming here, and then Frida's, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we all figured you were going to feel
I was thinking I was going to go to your new friend's house.
New friend? Oh, Lex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they already replaced me. This is who they replaced me with.
Oh my gosh.
And so then we went to Ellis Dream and we had a great time.
Yeah. I don't remember much of that. TBH, like what about us? Like I remember some stuff.
I remember us getting so tired and being like, what are we doing here? Like, let's just go home.
That was
and then by the end of the night, we were like, this is the best night of our life.
Yeah. And then at that point when I had seen Frida, I'm like, okay, you know, this is nice. And having her around again.
I don't think we hung out for we didn't talk or hang out because that was like let's say in March. And then I remember when I found out you were pregnant.
Oh yeah.
I was getting a haircut and then I was like, oh, Zahori's pregnant. And this was already the only reason I found out you were pregnant. You didn't announce it until you
who told you
the gender?
Van?
No, because he didn't know either. You didn't announce it until you did the gender reveal.
Oh yeah. I was like,
so she was pregnant in March when I had seen her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
think 4 months. Yeah.
This was probably like in July. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had your did I spend your birthday with you? Oh, I got it. You invited me, but we were going to be out of town.
What did we do? Do I forget what I do?
For your birthday, you guys had something here.
A pool party?
Oh yeah.
Oh, and at that point, we were kind of like on better terms that you guys had invited me, but we were going to be out of town, so I couldn't go.
Yeah.
But that's when you had.
Wow.
Yeah. Fake. You didn't cancel your plans.
It was my niece's birthday party.
Do you know about my summer birthday parties? Everyone comes, okay?
The who's who of Phoenix.
Dude, I was so fucking sad when Z announced her pregnancy and I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm missing out on
that's one of the things that, just happened.
Dude, that was crazy because if you guys know, I can't keep secrets. I like to yap. I will tell anybody anything if they're willing to listen. And for me to keep the secret that I was pregnant for that long, crazy.
Yeah. And then
it helped that you weren't on social media.
That's true. I did take like a 3-year social media break.
Yeah. I was off for like 2 years or a year and a half or something like that.
Yeah. But now I'm back at zahorchata on all the socials. Follow me.
The next time I saw you guys was at your baby shower.
Yeah.
And we talked about that briefly on another episode, I think, about how like I knew all of you guys were going to be there. Like the new girls you had started. Well, they're not new girls that you guys were hanging out with, but you're hanging out again with Luisa and Lexia. And
it's a little intimidating. I'm not going to lie if I were you.
Dude, I would have not gone.
No, and I was like, I have to go because I need to show up and be like, I'm here. Like I need to make an effort. And that weekend was also Gold Rush, and we had tickets to Gold Rush the entire weekend. And I was like, we're gonna rave Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but on Saturday we have to go to Z's baby shower because we have to go. And then I remember thankfully it got canceled that day, so it all just worked. It was all meant to be. It got canceled that day because of bad weather.
Yeah, that's true.
And
then after that, Lex loved you.
Oh
she was like, "Let's invite Frida."
She could because she knew everything that had gone on, and I remember we had I kind of had talked about invited her to Badge, and Alma was like, no. Well, everybody was kind of hesitant because they kind of had heard.
Luisa had barely met you, so she didn't really know you. Lex didn't know you.
Actually, no. Me and Luisa had a bonded. We had a lunch where we bonded and talked about all our entire lives.
But wasn't that after?
No, that was before I left. That's why I said I used to think about Luisa and how I also betrayed her because I just came in and left. But I was helping her with the blooming website.
So you hung out alone with Luisa before I did?
Yes. I was helping her with the blooming website.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
That's work.
And we had lunch together one time, her and I, and we talked about everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything everything?
Damn.
Everything.
Everything everywhere all at once?
Yes.
Wow.
No, but yeah.
And what'd she say?
What do you mean what'd she say? She told me just a bunch of things that I didn't expect for her to tell me.
Oh. Wow. So you're going to keep it for the Patreon or what?
Wait, you guys want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I'm just saying
why am I asking?
No, the reason why I was shocked is because obviously I knew Luisa through you, and I was like, oh, she's kind of reserved and stuff, but she was telling me about her relationship and her life at home and stuff. She was just kind of opening up to me. Mm-hmm. And I know one thing about Luisa I know is that she just won't let anybody in, you know. She's like very specific about who she spends time with. So that's why I was like, wow, I made it. Yeah, that was before too. That's why I was like, everything's fucked. And then I had already met Prissy too.
Oh yeah,
and I had so much fun with him in Dallas that it's another person.
Oh my gosh, I remember we didn't tell Prissy for so long. I just
Dallas was after.
No, it wasn't. Dallas was before. It was in January 2021.
You left with us doing all of this?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's why
no, it was after, Frida.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You were already with Van when we went to Dallas. Like,
oh wait, and then they broke up?
Not officially. We weren't like official, but yeah, we were together.
Damn, I'm pissed off again. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, girl. I'm glad you guys forget.
We took a trip together.
I'm glad you guys. It was for your birthday too.
So that whole meme, it was all
what? No, wasn't it for
what meme?
Of you drunk as fuck in the elevator?
That was all before I left.
Holy shit! Put the picture up.
You were drunk too,
with Bernie or without Bernie?
With Bernie.
With Bernie, it's good.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, so you were terrible. You deserve my message.
So much shit happened, and I will like in this from like October that I met you guys through like May. So much shit happened.
You know what? You're right, because Prissy was like, he was like, wait, so are we friends with her or not? I just started following her on Instagram.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say too is that we like don't talk to Prissy like, well, I don't like as often, and we were just kind of like carrying on with our lives, and then
he's like, what's up with Frida? Yeah. And we're like, oh, we don't talk to her no more.
We haven't been friends for a few months.
He's like, oh shit, I just started following her on Instagram.
I think he was like liking and commenting your shares.
Yeah, and he's like, should I delete her? I'm like, that's up to you, man.
I remember. Oh my god, that was really random. I was like, why is Prissy following me?
And then
is this a joke?
When we would talk, and he's like, so we don't talk about Frida, or do we talk about Frida?
No.
Oh my god.
We don't talk about Frida.
And when you came back, I told him, I'm like, hey Prissy, just to let you know, we're friends with Frida again.
God. I need to tell you guys what Prissy told me. He texted me the other day because I'm collecting coin.
Admin.
He's like, can't wait for our face off. And I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, it's our first time seeing each other since your departure. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, but I just thought that was funny.
That's hilarious.
I guess you guys just have to have a drink off.
Yeah.
Oh,
please.
I also got a camera for confessionals, you guys.
Dude, whoever blacks out first is out of the group. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. Toxic.
I'm fucked.
Wait, we don't even go on the trip yet, and you're already confessionals.
You know I like to stir the pot. I'm a soup girly.
Oh my god.
In the mansion we're staying at in PR, we're gonna create a confessional room so we can just go in there.
Oh my god, that's something that Prissy brought up to me too about confessionals.
Nice. Yeah,
because confessionals is our thing,
dude.
But we need to actually do it.
I have some of after your wedding that are so funny till this day.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen them.
You were busy being a new bride. Yeah, we were over here like.
But we all went back to the house and partied, and those confessionals are top tier.
That's so funny. We'll have to see that.
Patreon for sure.
Could we watch them on the?
React.
Dude, yeah, we should react.
Yeah.
Well, I should do a live reaction because I've never seen them.
Okay.
You also weren't part of the confessionals in the cabin.
I wasn't?
No, the cabin trip we took.
It was me, you, and Lexia, I think.
Yeah. It was
You guys took a trip without me?
No, you were there, Mensa, for Isaac's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I don't think you actually did the confessionals with us.
Yeah, because I wasn't there yet. Right? We got there late.
That's
you were late.
We drove in late. Yeah.
And we did it the first night that we got messed up. So
yeah.
We got there and started
We went straight
started getting silly.
Yeah.
That was fun. The hot tub. Oh my gosh. We spent hours in there.
Really?
This was all after we were
This was AF.
This is AF. Yeah.
Alma had to take a restroom break.
Oh, okay. After your baby shower, I started hanging out with you guys more because you guys invited me into the group. I will never forget the day that I got added to the Pickle Gals.
Yeah.
And then, Batch Night was still going on. Because before I had left, Batch Night was a thing too. We would come and watch The Bachelor every Monday.
Yeah. It's been going on for a long time.
Batch Night is... A lot of people have been to Batch Night and they're lucky enough to, but not all make it through. Not all make it through. Not all get the roses.
Yeah. We're the final five finalists.
And well, and now we're here. Like literally, I remember I went to see you in the hospital when Zara was
I think
born.
you were like the first ones too. You and Van came and saw us, and I almost died during childbirth. So, and we had to stay in the hospital longer than we thought. So it was just nice seeing.
It was so crazy to think about, like, I'm going to the hospital because my friend had a baby.
Yeah. Everything that we went through, we've been through.
Literally,
I feel like what most people go through in a friendship, like in their lifetime, we literally did it in like a span of like,
I was there when she got
years?
proposed. I was there when her bachelorette party. I was there when she got married. I wasn't there when she found out she had a baby, but I was there when their baby was born.
You weren't there, but like,
but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're doing a podcast and now we're business partners.
I know. We made it all the way.
Yeah.
Wait, so Zara was born. Okay, and then the cabin trip was in February. So we were deep in. We were taking trips already like a couple months later.
Yeah, we're deep in there.
And now we're
deep in each other.
Taking our first, like, I guess we already took a serious trip together. But we're taking a serious trip with everybody else.
Yeah, I've never traveled with. The only person that I've traveled with is Alma. I've never. Well, no, I'm saying. Well, yeah, you and Alma, I guess. But no, like regularly, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Because I feel like even just doing like the EDC whole thing that you guys have done.
Have been to Miami.
We've been to Miami. We've been to Dallas. We've been to California, Vegas. Have we been to California? No.
Yeah?
Have we?
Probably.
Probably. I don't know.
If not in this lifetime, in another for sure.
Yeah, we've been to Sedona. We've been to everywhere. Places. So me and her have traveled a lot, and I feel like we're good traveling people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then but everyone else, like I have never traveled with Lexia. I've never traveled with
Luisa
or Ashleigh. And then all their men too.
We're an hour deep, so we can talk about that.
I want to wrap everything up.
Yeah, and then we can talk about that.
I promise we're going to
tell you.
I just want to wrap up that like we had a lot of conversations about this whole situation that happened.
I feel like we actually didn't. It was like one conversation, and then we're like, okay,
we talk about it a lot, and that's how we like cope through it. I think. Yeah. And we're able to make jokes.
But we
about
understand that. Yeah, because I just thought that you didn't care about me, which
no, that wasn't the case at all.
Yeah, and then and you probably thought I didn't care about you either.
Yeah, you guys saw how good I was treating Van, obviously.
Yeah,
kidding. No, but yeah, I was serious this time about everything. I was locked in, and I knew what I wanted, and I was fighting to get it. So, and yeah, so we're here.
Wrap it up in a nice bow
and toss it. And now we're going to Puerto Rico.
And now we're in AF. So anything after that, it's just AF. So it's just the rest of our lives.
AF, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're traveling with a big group of friends. I, from the beginning, was very nervous, if I'm being honest, because I have not heard good things about like traveling in big groups. I'm very particular about things.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've learned that like...
Well, we've all traveled together. And I've traveled with Prissy too.
And I feel like I one thing that I like has helped me a lot with this trip is like, well, if my friends don't want to do it, it's fine. Yeah. Like, we're not going to stop being friends. They're not going to hate me. Like, it's literally all our own vacation that we're taking. So, but we also are on the same page about a lot of things. So it's not like...
And it's hard to have that many people doing stuff. So, and then Lexia's pregnant, so she's not going to be able to do some of this stuff. So we're going to be most of the time together though.
Yeah. We got a huge house, so we can all be doing our own thing. We have a schedule.
I want to be attached at the hip the whole time.
I'm gonna like. I'm gonna handcuff you guys.
I know.
I'm gonna request that we all
enough
sleep
of each other. We're obsessed.
Yeah. No, I'm so excited. We were saying we were already on vacation mode.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna go a little shopping.
Because I go to work and I'm like, why am I on vacation?
Yeah.
Well, I close my eyes and I'm at the beach, like butt naked.
This week, I've been talking to all the people that are going to like cover me while I'm gone. I'm like, okay, just make sure that you know what you're doing because I'm not going to be available. I'm not going to be accessible. Yeah. Phone's going to stay in Arizona.
Yep.
Because I'm not answering anything.
Tune in for the vlog, the vacation vlog.
Yeah. We really want to like record videos and show you guys and
hopefully
stuff.
we see Bad Bunny. I'm just kidding.
We'll be sponsoring the trip.
It's all
sure we're gonna see him.
It's all of our first time going to PR too.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
And then we're taking a cruise, and then we're going to Mexico.
Oh yeah,
and then
all of our future trip plans.
Yeah, but we're not gonna tell you when because we don't want you to stalk us.
We don't want you guys to be there.
But yeah, Japan, possibly.
Oh yeah, Japan.
That logistically just seems like a lot of planning.
Really?
I keep telling Van that I want
It's because like it's a full day of travel, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's like 12 hours
Yeah.
just to get there, like from here or LAX. I keep telling Van like we're going next May, and I know that's not going to happen, but I feel like even just...
No, you got to manifest it.
Well, I'm okay with it not happening next May, but I feel like that makes me like work towards it, because it, like you said, it is a huge... It would be like
this
a huge trip.
Packed. We can't do it this year, or else we could have.
Yeah, it would
and
for
so-
sure
So
happen.
next year for sure.
But I'm like setting the intention, like we're going, like he even said like he got this new credit card and he was like, this card is gonna get us to Japan, and I was like,
hell
okay.
Yeah, and it's definitely doable. Next
It's
year.
so doable.
It's for sure doable.
You know what? The only thing that scares me about going to places like that is like the language barrier. I've been like learning a little bit of Japanese here and there.
Duolingo?
No, just like on Instagram, this girl has like a little song that she like says words with.
And with that, to our sponsors, Duolingo.
The little fucking bird starts flying in.
Make sure you download the app. It's super easy for you to use and navigate.
Konnichiwa.
Hola. Oh my
Those are Yorosco.
god. What is that?
We all just sound like
That is, I believe it's like, nice to meet you, or like, how are you, or something like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
In what language?
Konbanwa. Good evening. That's all Japanese.
She learned it with Zara's cartoons.
Oh.
No, I actually was using Duolingo.
Oh.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
No.
But it was my hyperfixation for the month, and the month is over, so I'll pick it back up.
That? There's like another app too that does that. What is it called? Is it just Duolingo?
No, there's another one. I know exactly what you're talking about. Bretman Rock uses it.
Oh, Babbel.
No.
No?
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
I
it
think it is Babbel.
The one that you get points for like learning new language, like the sentence or something.
I'm sure there's...
I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I think that's the one thing that scares me, because I feel like I can deal with like, I know like culture shock and shit, but
Yeah.
I can deal with anything. It's
Be pretty. I feel like the whole world kind of like knows English. Is that kind of privileged to say?
Yeah, I don't want to go over there just expecting and like assuming that people just know English, because like
Yeah, that's true.
You know why that is? I saw a TikTok about...
research.
Yeah, I was researching about languages and
You
stuff.
read an article.
And this American was saying how we are privileged because most Americans will not be so lenient to learn another language, but every other language is so lenient to learning English.
Yeah.
So most
Dude,
places
So we're
cater
selfish.
to English.
in other countries, they're like the people over there all know like at least 2 languages.
Like it's normal
Whereas
to know
here-
2 or more languages.
Here, people are like straight.
Stubborn.
I just know English.
This is America.
Fucking
Oh
boring.
yeah, and she was also like, if you are gonna be one of those Americans, make sure you speak it correctly and aren't just like fucking talking like a
Yeah. Like you try at least.
yeah.
But
speak it correctly
I feel like you could learn a few phrases like, like help.
Yeah.
Where's the bathroom?
or how much?
How much?
There's like like one word phrases that
so
like, go a long way
Yeah.
that can help you.
For sure.
Yeah.
When I was in Italy, I was there for what, 2
She was in Italy.
2 to 3 weeks. I picked up the language. No big deal.
Say something. Say something.
Well, it's been years. I forgot it already.
Oh, wow.
But once you're
Don't tell
there,
people that. Start Duolingo again.
yeah, once you're there in the environment, like you pick it up pretty quick.
Yeah.
You're hearing it.
Well,
all
also Italian is like really close to Spanish. I feel like if there's like a language that you want to master, Italian would be really good.
Yeah. Or like Portuguese.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
and because
very
we know
similar.
2 languages, it's easier to learn a third.
I actually know 4.
I already know your sarcastic ass.
What is it?
No, I actually do.
Oh,
English, Spanish, French, and then Japanese if you count.
You know French?
Yeah, you don't know my high school lore? This is why I didn't really like have friends or anything. I literally was a nerd and didn't.
say the intro in French.
What do you mean intro?
Like, hey guys.
Our intro.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Bienvenue à les podcasts modern hippies.
She's making that shit up.
No,
No, that
I'm
is French.
not. Okay. Anyways, puis-je aller aux toilettes, s'il vous plaît?
Si.
That's can I please go to the bathroom?
No.
But we okay, so in high school
water?
I took English it's like it's literally O-E-A-U.
Wow.
Low, the water.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Can you say that in a sentence? Just kidding.
Okay. So yeah, in English or in high school, the languages that you could choose for your elective was Spanish and French.
Oh yeah.
And people would always be like, oh, just do Spanish, it's just gonna be an easy A. But I like to learn, I like knowledge for the sake of knowledge.
She wanted a challenge.
I'm a lifelong learner, you know. So yeah, so I thought it was cool to just learn French. So literally all 4 years I took French.
We love the French over here.
Yeah. And I remember you like needed like only like 2 credits or languages or something.
Yeah, you only needed like a year, I think. Like
yeah. But no, I literally all 4 years. And because only like, I think there was this program called AB. I think it's like a national program, but it's like for people that are really
IB
International
Baccalaureate.
Yeah. And I wasn't in that, but because you had to like have more credits for IB than just like normal. Literally like my first class, I was I was with a whole bunch of like beginners and stuff like that. But by the end, I was literally the only one with like a whole bunch of IB kids that like knew each other and stuff like that.
How did this turn into a language?
I know.
Oh, I don't know, but this is fun. Yeah. And so then I ended up taking it for the whole 4 years and like did honors and shit. And in my graduation, I actually got a French cord because I was part of the French Honor Society.
Love that.
God, yeah. I had no idea.
But sad story, actually, it was so at the end of the year they would take you to France, and because like if you made it to like the end, you they would take you to France like with the school, and you did like a exchange. So you went to go stay with the family, I think for like a week or maybe I don't know how long, and I couldn't go because I didn't have my DACA, and that was like the saddest time.
That is so fucked up.
Yeah.
One, that's what we're gonna take you to France.
Yeah.
Surprise.
So yeah, I do know English or Spanish, French, and then I am trying to learn Japanese.
She watches Attack on Titan without the subtitles.
We're gonna do an episode of that.
What?
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be on the Patreon.
We were at Walmart and they had the manga, and it was just
manga.
And it was just only chapters 1 to 3.
Yeah, I had them. Do I still have them? I think I had chapters 1 through 4 or 1 through 8, something like that. Yeah.
There's a lot. And they have it at the library.
Oh, really?
Wait, no. Nice. Barnes & Noble. Sorry, I didn't go to the library.
Yeah, that's where I would get it at Barnes & Noble.
So back to what everyone's wondering.
What?
The difference between episode 1 and the rest.
Oh. We're talking about it? Dun, dun, dun.
It's time.
All right, so we're going to be addressing the Ashleigh situation. Ooh. So we've been getting a lot. So actually my mom asked me. So I was like we were hanging out the other day, and like every time that we hang out, she's so sweet. She like asked me about the pod.
She's been watching all of them?
She's been watching them and stuff like that.
Hola, mama.
Yeah, hola, mama. I love you so much. And she was like, oye, ¿qué le pasó a la Ashleigh? Like, vi que ya no están las fotos and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, we're actually avoiding that. So we're here to answer all your questions.
Not avoiding, just waiting for the right time.
Yeah. So here it is. The truth is that nothing happened. No, we are still very much best friends. We still talk every single day, but she's just at a different stage in her life, and she came to us and she was like, hey, like this is not something that I really want to prioritize. Like she just saw how much of our time we were spending talking about it, planning and doing that. So she was like, that's just not something that I can put my all into it. I don't want to like commit to it.
She has a big girl job, and so she's
and that is totally fine. We, like I said, we moved our filming days because we still want to hang out with her.
Yeah.
And then we can still do this. So nothing happened. She just didn't want to be a part of it, which is again completely fine. Yeah. And if she ever did change her mind and wanted to come back, or if she just wanted to like do a one-off episode or whatever, she's always welcome. We love you, Ashleigh.
We love you. I'll miss you.
And congrats on your new job.
Yes, we love you. We love that.
But yeah, she just got a big new awesome job. So yeah, congrats to her. And yeah,
what are we going to talk about next episode?
That's a good question.
What do you guys want to see?
Yeah,
we already have. Well, okay, so in the last episode I said that was going to be our next topic, but things obviously like we couldn't.
So we were going to do religion and cults, and Luisa really, really wanted that topic. So that's why we said that we should save it for when she can join in and stuff. So we're gonna save that for another time. So yeah, we could do that next time, or let us know what you want to see from us.
We're open to all suggestions. We can talk for days,
literally
forever. So we're open to talking about anything and everything, and we'll share our opinions, our thoughts. We'll do a little bit of research even.
Yeah. Also, disclaimer, don't take anything that we say seriously, or fact check us, okay? Don't believe everything you hear on the internet.
We're talking out of our ass.
Yeah, we're not looking shit up.
Yeah, no.
So,
but also we're pretty smart. If we say something, it's probably 99.99.
At least one, at least one of us has like fact checked, and by one of us I mean me.
Yeah.
Everything I say is 99.9999 right. So
I'm Mrs. Always Right, so I'm just kidding.
She's legit.
No, dude, legit. I get kind of scared because I'm legit a boomer with Facebook, but with TikTok. Like,
you're both.
It's so bad. I will send something to Isaac, and I love like conspiracy shit.
Yeah.
And I'll send it to him, and I'll be like, look at this, like aliens, like blah, blah, blah,
we should
blah.
also talk about our favorite conspiracies.
Oh, that's one
I think that's one of our topics.
I added it.
Oh my gosh, I love
added
that.
it to the list.
I don't know which one's my favorite.
You can do some research. Yeah. But I remember I like sent him something, and it was like a conspiracy thing. And literally within like 2 seconds, he's like, oh, that was fake. And I was like, oh my gosh. And like, I always tell him how I'm always like telling him how I'm so paranoid about AI.
Yeah.
And how soon it's going to be so hard to tell what's real.
Wait, he could tell that was fake, but he thinks the earth is flat?
No. Don't trigger him. No, he doesn't think that the earth is flat.
Did you just expose him?
No, so he
right? He gets mad of people
he gets
thinking that.
so mad because
I know, I'm just
he
kidding.
thinks people are so stupid.
I'm kidding, Isaac, if you're watching.
Then with the whole AI stuff, I'll be like, oh, you're not going to be able to tell what's real or not. And I will like send him something. He's like, that's AI. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it is right now, though. It sucks.
It's hard to tell.
I'm off TikTok and I feel so disconnected from the world.
If anything, you guys, I could be AI right now.
We are in a simulation.
We're not even at the studio. We're all at home with the camera projecting.
Oh my gosh.
It just means you have to do a little bit more research, which sucks, but
yeah.
Because like we use TikTok as like our source of information. Like that's just the truth. We use it like as our news source and like ways to learn how to do new things and stuff. But
you know how you can research more? Go to the comments.
That's true.
Because everybody's so smart.
The comments is the most research you can
go on Reddit.
No,
Reddit is so good.
But you know what? It's so funny because there hasn't been another comment section that I agree more with than on TikTok. Because like I'll be watching a video and then I'll think something in my head and the comments would be
talking about that
the same exact thing.
Diddy just posted a video and everyone was like, nobody watched the video. Everyone came straight to the comments and everyone was like, we're all just here for the comments. We're all just here for the comments.
Oh
and everyone's just like,
was it real or was it AI?
The video?
AI Diddy?
It was
did he do it or did he not?
I think he made a song for a movie coming out, so it was the trailer of the movie.
The audacity.
What
they better not. They better take him off.
Wait, is he just acting like nothing happened?
Yeah. Literally.
Him and his son are like, this is bullshit. Like,
damn. If you guys want us to talk about this, we totally can. Just let us know.
Be fucking for real, dude.
That's so crazy.
Let me see the movie.
I remember I was literally like yapping to Isaac while he was getting ready the other day.
It was Bad Boys for Life, the new movie coming out. Yeah.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah. I was telling Isaac about how all the conspiracy, well, at this point it was like a conspiracy. I think some of it is still conspiracy, but there is like court documents and stuff like that.
Wait,
so,
about Diddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so I was telling him about all like the Justin Bieber, like the yummy video and stuff like that. And I was just like going on and on and on and he was just like, yeah, you know, because he doesn't like conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. And now it's like all coming to fruition and people are coming forward and saying that it was all true.
It's like the quiet on set thing where it's like shocking because like we watched those cartoons and not the cartoons, the shows growing up, and it's like none of it was real, basically. Yeah. That's how I said in my head. I was like, this is all fucking lies.
I see Amanda Bynes on TikTok, and then on Quiet on Set, you like see like footage of her at the event.
It's a total different person. And it makes me so sad for her.
It's fucking devastating.
She would have been a great artistic.
She would have been thriving as an actress.
Yeah, it's so sad.
The shit that like people are put through,
and like Brittany and Justin, and like it just keeps happening.
And only more information is gonna come out, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and the one thing,
and I'm here to tune in.
The thing is that pisses me off that like Dan Schneider's not in jail because there's not enough like evidence towards him or whatever. And then that other
he just has so much money.
The other guy that like he went to jail for like 16 months and that was it.
Fucking Brian Peck, and they rehired him
at Disney Channel.
Did you hear that fucking conspiracy though? That this was before. Wait, he like got
rehired by Disney Channel.
No, but in the initially, like he had been fired or something, and he got hired by Nickelodeon. So like during Nickelodeon, he had already had something like something on his record, and so he got hired, and then the person that hired him was actually like on like friends with Epstein or something like that.
Oh my god, this is also connected, and it's disgusting.
They help each other out, and that's how they get away with shit.
All the fucking powerful people are pedophiles.
No secret is ever hidden forever. The truth always comes out.
People. Age of Aquarius, what is done in the dark is coming to light. If you know, you know.
Damn.
True.
Yeah.
The stars don't lie.
Alma. Speaking of the stars, the eclipse is coming
on Monday.
Oh my gosh!
So I'll be at work.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna stop and like go?
I'm blocking my schedule.
Go out and look.
Oh fuck!
I have glasses. I have 10 glasses. If you guys
wait a minute, because there was recently like an eclipse. I don't know what kind it was, but remember like
regular.
Was it just what was it? Because I remember like it all went dark, and that was like the first time I had been around when there was an eclipse like that, and I was like. It's literally the middle of the day, and it's like not fully dark.
I didn't know what was going on, and I looked at it.
It's like it just looks like
what happens technically.
The sun is moving in front of the moon, or like
to your eyes. What happens if
you can go blind?
No. So what happened? So I actually know because I think I asked Isaac, or maybe I googled it or something. So what happens is so like you can look at the sun like momentarily,
right,
but because the sun is super fucking powerful, like it's not just looking at a light, and like when your eyes are in the dark, your pupils dilate, so you let more light in because it's dark.
So
if you're looking at it and it's dark, and all of a sudden the light comes, and it's happening so fast that it's not letting your eyes adjust, so all that fucking powerful light goes into your eyes and it burns your retina. Like a fucking magnifying glass, basically.
That makes sense.
Isn't that crazy how literally the things in the sky can do that to us?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But how lucky are we that we are measured perfectly away from the sun to live our life on the regular?
It's amazing.
Yeah,
out of all the planets, it's the one we're in.
I love the sun. I love the moon. I love the planets.
Dude, do you realize everything that had to happen
for us to be here,
right here in this moment together?
So much. We just talked about it. AF
and the fucking cosmos.
The fucking moon was just a floating piece of nothing in space, and now it's like it like controls so many things on this earth.
And they're building a train.
It controls my period, how I feel.
And it was literally just
how much weight.
It was just like a fucking bunch of.
If I turn into a werewolf,
literally, full moon. Watch out.
Yeah. We're never gonna beat the furry allegations.
Oh my god! Why in every episode we're talking about fucking furries?
Really? I haven't even noticed.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Must have been y'all.
Wrong bitch, wrong pod.
Wait, it's Lexia the furry.
Wait, oh yeah. Also, there's like a whole bunch of conspiracy theories that are happening because if you guys know what CERN is, it's basically like this whole fucking, what is it called?
You talked about
like a compound.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I did more research on it because I knew that they were trying to like make atoms collide, but I actually found out that the whole like facility is the word that I was looking for. It's in Switzerland, first of all, and it's huge. And I guess like their whole thing is basically figuring out how the world was created. And so they try to mimic like the Big Bang or like whatever.
The Earth?
Yeah, that's what they're literally. That's their whole thing. And so if you guys know, like CERN, they don't have it on all the time, and they are just so happening. It just so happens that they're going to be turning it on the day of the eclipse.
You know what's weird to me? That all these scientific people, they waste so much money on wanting to know how it all happened instead of where we're going.
Yeah. Well, no, there's conspiracy theories that they maybe are going to be doing that, and they might just create a big bang like right then and there, and then we just cease to exist because we can't survive a big bang. And then the other conspiracy theories. Okay, look this up. Actually, I'm gonna put up a fucking video of their beginning ceremony, their opening ceremony of CERN. First of all, why do they have an opening ceremony? That's just weird because they're supposed to be like a scientific.
Yeah,
I'm literally gonna put it up because they're gonna be shook. The fucking ceremony looks so demonic. It looks like they're like praying.
They're trying to end us.
Yeah, and so people are saying that CERN is actually they're gonna like be opening a portal and like letting like basically like devil and like demons like come through.
They've been here. They've been here.
What do they get out of ending us? They're gonna end themselves.
Yeah,
bro. Exactly.
Maybe they're also demons,
or maybe that's the part of the experiment. And
they go through the portal and then end us.
Yeah. No, and then the other thing is, have you guys seen that? I'll
open my own. Fuck it.
Yeah. No, I'll also put another clip up, but I guess like there was this new, have you guys heard of like the demon syndrome thing?
No, I haven't heard of that.
So this was like I'm gonna say this was an actual like news article, but again, I saw it on TikTok, so maybe it's not real. But it was like a news like broadcast, like news anchor, like saying like, oh, there's like this new thing called demon syndrome where you get like a disease that makes you look at faces like they're demons. And so they're just trying to desensitize you. So when you start seeing, this conspiracy, when you start seeing shit because they let the demons through, you're just gonna be like, oh, it's just demon syndrome, and you're not gonna like.
That's so fucking scary.
I've been spiraling because of this. So like when people do psychedelics, I feel like they're seeing everything, and so like
beyond that layer.
Yes. And so I feel like, I know that sounds so like cheesy, but you know how they say like the veil is coming down? I feel like maybe the veil is coming down and we're just going to be able to see more of what is actually out there through different like visual fields and stuff.
Well, like the whole thing about, remember I talked to you guys about DMT, about how the aliens created it to like
communicate with us,
to show like there's like different, I don't know if it's portals or channels or there's different like or layers, there's something else,
dimensions,
that they can communicate through,
realms,
everything,
dude. And it doesn't end. Like there's so much going on as we speak
like,
right now.
I mean, I know when shit sounds stupid, I'm not like fully dumb, but I know like when shit sounds dumb, but to me like that whole alien thing, it was on TV and I was just like, it makes sense.
Can't
like
wait for us to talk about aliens because we can talk about that for such a long time.
I just feel like I understand that it sounds crazy when we're saying it, but I just feel like there's so many people that say this stuff. It's like not everybody could be lying. You know what I'm saying?
To me, it sounds crazy just because I know that it's like out of the norm.
Well, when I tell Isaac, he just like I think he gets concerned and he's like, I need to put her in like a 72-hour hold when I start. I like really start like.
He's like, somebody come get her, please.
Legit, because he just looks.
And
at
I
me
know we're not the only ones that think like this. Because every time I speak about this with anyone, they're like, they agree, and we're all discovering more.
But I feel like that's like it's by design, you know, because I feel. Because of the media and stuff like that, they want to like give it to you bit by bit. Because if they just told us right off the bat, we'd all freak the fuck out.
Dude, if I were president, I would love to look through that book.
Oh my gosh,
I want to
know.
I want to know what's in there.
I will work so fucking hard for the rest of my life just to become president. Just to get my fix of all the secrets.
Yeah, dude, if I was offered by like Area 51, if they told me like you have to like leave your whole family behind to come work at Area 51. No, well back before I had a kid and stuff like that. Yeah. Before I had a family and hopes and dreams and stuff.
Let me cut your left titty, I do it.
Yeah, no, if they told me like leave your life behind and come live underground here at Area 51, you can know the secrets but you can never leave, I'd be like, done.
See, what if they were like, okay, we're gonna tell you all these secrets but you can't tell anyone? How would you do that?
Well, that's why I would never leave.
You would have to live there.
Well, you don't know that. This is just they would let you go, and would you keep those secrets?
I would. I would not be able to. No, I could not.
Or you would tell us and be like, don't tell anyone.
Yeah. No, or even I would
putting up a front so like they believe her, like in case Area 51 does want to reach out. She's like, no, I won't say anything.
Yeah, I would probably.
You don't think aliens can detect lies from truths?
You're right.
That's true.
They can read our minds.
Yeah, because like part of you knowing all the secrets is also befriending the aliens, because obviously they have communication with the aliens. So then you'd be in, you know.
I would just come on here.
You'd probably be fine.
No, I would just come on here and do a live and be like, and then just know that I would die the next day.
Yeah.
Honestly, if aliens told us secrets, they would probably just flash us. We would forget.
That's true. They
We
probably
would never
already
remember.
told me.
You don't even know how many times you've been flashed already.
You probably went up there to the spaceship and came back.
Yeah.
That's why I was gone.
Yeah.
How was
Makes
it?
sense.
We need to
come full
hypnotize
circle.
and talk about this.
Oh yeah, huh? No, have you guys ever watched the show Doctor Who?
No.
I
Oh my
haven't. I know
gosh.
it's a popular show.
So-
though.
You and doctors, I swear.
Oh my gosh. No, I was obsessed with Doctor Who. It's a very, very long show. It's like hundreds and hundreds of episodes. But there's this one, there's these monsters called the Silent. I'll put a picture up that are from Doctor Who. And their whole thing is they look like aliens, but they're in black suits. And every time
And they
you
pee through
look,
their finger?
No. No.
Aliens don't do that? Oh.
I know what?
But they're like gray guys like in a suit, but they're aliens and stuff like that. But every time that you look at them, you forget that you saw them.
That might
Oh
And
my
so in the
God.
show, they like start tallying. They figure that out, and so they start tallying on their arms, and so they'll like forget everything, and then all of a sudden they'll just like be like in their kitchen or whatever, and they'll just see that they have like 5 tallies, and it's because they every time that they saw one they would tally it, but then they'd remember or they forget everything.
Yeah.
See the tallies and then don't know what the tallies are for. Yeah.
Oh my
And they
God,
have
that
to,
sounds
like,
so
This is
remind
a
them
show
to-
or a movie?
This
It's
is
a show. She said it's like an 100. I'm gonna have to tune in.
There's a
Sounds so
it's
good.
kind of dude, it's so funny because it's a very, very old show. Like it started off, so I wouldn't there's like a certain point where you could start, but I stopped watching because it was so long. But I could send you the episode, that specific
Yes,
episode.
yes,
It's
yes.
so good.
Dude, I feel like all these shows and movies that have abstract ideas, they don't come from nowhere. They
Yeah.
come from something that is already existing.
Yeah.
So all of these movies of aliens.
That's what I'm
of-
saying. That's
everything
how
is
they
real.
tell us.
Yeah.
They're
just trying to, like,
slowly tell
sprinkle it,
us.
yeah.
Because they don't want to tell us everything all at once. Or like, have you heard that theory?
Their
that,
excuse of it's just a movie. No, that shit's real.
Well, there's a theory that like NASA is actually like a film studio for like the government and like stuff like that, so they can like make up these lies.
Oh my
And there was
God.
this
Because we never
video-
went to the moon.
Exactly, yeah. And so they have someone like took a TikTok video that they went to NASA and they just randomly, first of all, like NASA is like a space program, right? And so they see this like parking lot full of like different cars from like all different like
Cities and states?
no, different like time periods. Like they
Oh,
have like
yeah.
really old cars and then like literally a car from like every time period. Like,
Fashionable cars.
like
and-
why would you have that if not for like making movies to make us believe and alter history?
Oh my God, I'm shaking in my boots right
we
now.
have all the answers here, people. We know everything.
We're
as
giving
you could tell.
the number one.
You're
scoop.
welcome.
We're leading your awakening. We are your guys.
the lead conspiracy.
Dude, I
Number one
love
Latina
conspiracy.
podcast. I said it.
And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this episode of
What a
Modern
goodie.
Hippies.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you don't hate me
No,
Why would
don't hate
for
her.
the things that I did.
No.
Also, let me just give a disclaimer. This is not even a disclaimer. I don't give a fuck. You heard what you heard.
Yeah.
There might be some things that don't make sense. I don't care. It's just my life. It's just how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing matters except for that we're good. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and that I have a relationship.
Oh yeah, him too.
Yeah, my number one, Van.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
and then you guys.
Yeah.
Who's second and third? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
You're gonna make Zahori
No,
cry.
the way that I saw it is like Van up here, and then you two are like, you know, like the pyramid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit, conspiracy.
Oh my God.
We
Here
start
we
the
go.
triangle.
Yeah.
Me and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Z.
The three of you guys, you're the trifecta.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, yeah.
Like
So
Angry
that's
Crab.
that.
It is what it is.
It
The
is
angry
what it
crab
is,
sauce.
and it isn't what it
ain't.
Oh, yeah,
It
that.
is what it is.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys. See you next time.
We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Like the video, bitches.